What's up everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you how to tweak and lower your processes on Windows. That way you can get maximum FPS and performance out of your PC. If these tweaks do end up helping you and you do end up liking them by the end of the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Okay, so I just loaded into the 1v1 map, as you can see, and if I look into the sky, I'm running about 450 to 300 FPS while looking to the sky. Okay, so before we start with any of the tweaks, I'm going to show you how to check your processes so you can see how much they'll lower by after. So all you have to do to check your processes is right click on the taskbar, click on Task Manager, and go over here to Performance. And as you can see, I have 197 processes right now. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do before you do any tweaks to your PC is create a system restore point so that if anything bad happens to your computer, you can restore back to before you tweaked your PC. So just to do that, go to the search, look up create a restore point, and it's right here. Open it up, press create right here, name it. So I'm gonna put the 4 tweaks, and then create this restore point. And then once it's created, you will have a restore point so that you could go back like this. So, and then once it's created, all you have to do is just click OK. And then now, if anything ever happens, you go back into the same app, and right here you can see system restore, and you can restore back to before you tweaked your PC, and everything will be back to normal. Okay, so for the first tweak we're gonna do is you can just go into your settings in Windows, go to apps, and go to installed apps, and then this, you can uninstall a lot of these useless apps because sometimes they'll be running in the background, and this can give you a performance boost. So just any of these apps that you don't use, like for example the calculator, if you use Copilot then don't, but I don't use Copilot, so I can uninstall that. And then just go through here and just uninstall all these extra like default Windows apps that you don't use, and then you can get a performance boost out of that. Alright, now let's get into these tweaks. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Microsoft Edge, and you're going to go to this video, which I will have linked in the description. And then this Rip Tweaks is the creator of these tweaks, so these are not my tweaks, so all credits to Rip Tweaks for these. So what you're going to do is you're going to join his Discord like this, join the Discord, and then once you're inside of the Discord, you're going to go to this channel, go to free tweaks, and download this file. Okay, now that it's downloaded, you're gonna press open it up, and then you're gonna extract the file. Okay, once it's extracted, you're gonna want to open up the file, and it's gonna say that it's dangerous, but I've already run it before. I know it works, so it's completely trustable. So you're gonna have to press run anyway. Now once you're in, you're going to press yes on the question to ask you. And right here, this is creating another restore point. You're going to press 1 to create a restore point before you do the tweaks. That's going to create the restore point. Then you're going to have to open it back up. Press yes again. And then press 1. And now you're ready to start tweaking. So first thing you're going to do is press 1 and then enter to go to CPU tweaks. And then you can tweak either if you have an Intel CPU or an AMD CPU. I have an Intel CPU, so I'm going to press 1 and then enter. Now go back, 3, enter. Now GPU tweaks, 2, enter. I have an NVIDIA GPU, and if you have an AMD or Intel GPU, you can press 2 or 3, but I'm going to press 1 since I have an NVIDIA GPU. So 1, enter. Now 4, go back. 3, RAM tweaks. And then you have to select the option for however much RAM you have. I have 16 gigabytes. If you don't know how much RAM you have, you can go to your task manager like this. You can go right here to performance, and you can go into memory. And then this number is how much RAM you have right here. So then enter however much you have. Like I said, I have 16, so I'm going to press 5 and then enter. Now I'm going to go back, clean up, run that. That just cleans any processes that are running in the background that you don't really need. Windows tweaks, 5, enter. If you're on Windows 10, you'll press 1. If you're on Windows 11, you'll press 2. And I'm on Windows 11, so I'm going to press 2 and then enter. Now this one can take a little bit longer than usual, so I'll get back to you whenever it's finished. Okay, once that's done, you're going to run these services. As you can see, it disables useless services to increase the performance. So 3, enter. And then 4, go back to the main menu. Then 6, debloat. This is going to uninstall a bunch of random processes in the background that you don't really need on your computer. So you'll have way less background apps running, which will lead to way better performance. So now I'm going to press 1 and then enter. And then that just debloats all that background services that you don't need really. 3, and enter. Now power, I'm gonna do that, and enter. Okay, next input lag, 8, enter. Remove input delay, 1, enter. USB tweaks, 2, enter. Optimize your keyboard, 3, enter. Optimize mouse, 4, enter. Now I'm gonna go back. Now for the network tweaks, these can make you, if you're lagging ever, these can make your lag go away and reduce your ping. 1, enter. And then 2, enter to boost your internet speed. This one can take a while, so I'll get back to you whenever it's finished. Okay, now that that's done, you're gonna go back, and then you can close out of this, close out of everything, and now you're gonna need to restart your PC for the tweaks to apply. Okay, so now that I've restarted my PC, I'm gonna just go ahead and go to the task manager to test my processes. And as you can see, I'm already down to 91 processes. So I halved my processes just by using those tweaks that we just downloaded. But we're not gonna stop here. There's more tweaks that can get you even less processes. So let's move on to those. But the first thing you're gonna wanna do before we move on to the next tweak is, guys, after every tweak, we're gonna create a new restore point, because anything can happen. So you're always gonna want a restore point. So I'll name this one after rip tweaks, and then create. Okay, now that that's created, I'm gonna press close and then okay. And now we can move on to the next tweak. So the next tweak, I'm actually just gonna show you how to remove these news things, because these can actually take up a lot of your performance out of your PC. So this is a very easy fix. All you have to do is right click on your taskbar, press taskbar settings, and then as you can see, widgets are on, just turn those off. You can also change the way your taskbar looks in here if you want to. Like, you can change the way your search bar looks, like this, and you can also move the spot that your taskbar is in, like this, left, like that, if you want to do that. Okay, so for the next tweak, we're going to uninstall Windows widgets. I'll show you why. So if you look at this, you see this app called Windows Widgets? Guys, this is taking up 7 processes. So you can't uninstall it default on Windows, so you have to use the command prompt to uninstall it. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. Okay, so to uninstall it, you're going to have to copy this code down. Well, it's not a code. You can either type this in, or I'll have it pasted in the description. That way you guys can just copy it down. So you're going to go in here and go to terminal. So go open up terminal and paste this in. And you have to press agree right here, so press Y, then enter. And now it'll fully uninstall, as you can see. Now let's close this out and go to task manager. And as you can see, the Windows Widgets app is gone, and it's not taking up 7 of my processes in the background. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do after that tweak is obviously create another system restore point. So we're just going to create a new one after widgets uninstall create. Okay, so once it's done, close, Okay, and now we can move on to the rest of the tweaks. Okay, so one of the most important tweaks is this one that I'm about to show you. So you're gonna go to Task Manager by right clicking on this and pressing Task Manager and go into Startup Apps. And you don't want, like, guys, I know if it's on startup, you can just close it out, but most of these apps will still be running in the background and you cannot disable them. So unless you absolutely need it, you always want these to be disabled. I only have rain meter enabled because that's for my text on the screen like this, and all of my other apps are disabled because you really don't need any apps to open on startup whenever you can just open them manually. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to do is go into our services and disable a lot of processes that are useless on our computer that can actually take up a lot of your performance. So what you're going to do is press Windows plus R on your keyboard and this will pop up, and then make sure you type this right. Type in services.msc and then press OK. Now you get this big menu, and guys, make sure you have a restore point before you do this, because if that way there's anything that you don't like, you can just go back and it won't be there anymore. Also, make sure you do not disable anything if you don't know what it does, because it can cause your PC to have errors or break. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is disable all these Xbox processes, because these Xbox processes take up so much performance. It's just like the Xbox game bar that runs in the background. These can actually take up so much performance out of your PC. It's actually so bad. So if you do not use the Xbox processes, make sure to just disable them. And all you have to do is just press right click on it, press properties, press this drop down box and press disabled, apply, and OK. That's how you disable every single process. I'm going to go through and disable all of the useless processes, so just copy what I do. And I'm gonna Okay guys, so for this one, this is the Windows search. This one will take up the most processes out of anything here, but if you do use the Windows search on a day-to-day basis, you may not want to disable this one. It won't completely disable it, but it will take away a lot of its features, so it really just depends on if you use the Windows search or not. I don't really use it, so I'm gonna disable it. Okay guys, it's also the same thing for this Bluetooth process. I do not use Bluetooth, so I'm going to disable it, but if any of your things are Bluetooth, like a Bluetooth mouse or a Bluetooth headset, do not disable these, otherwise you will not be able to connect to Bluetooth. Okay guys, so another thing you can do in this app is, for all of these apps that are set to automatic, you can just go ahead and set them to manual instead. These apps, you may need them, so do not disable them, but set them to manual and they won't run in the background. And don't worry, because for the important apps, it will not let you change it to manual. Like this, I cannot change this. So if it's like that, that's normal, don't worry. You just can't change the apps that are important. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking now and just copy what I do. Okay guys, if you get a pop-up like this while you're changing anything to manual, don't worry. It's normal, just X this out, and that just means you cannot change that one to the manual. So just skip over that one if that happens. Okay, so once you get to these two audio ones, do not set these to manual, otherwise your audio will not work and you won't be able to hear anything. Okay, same thing with this one, guys. Once you get to this WLAN auto config, do not set this one to manual, guys. Make sure this is automatic. Otherwise, you will not be able to connect to the internet, so you will not be able to get any internet, and you know, who wants no internet? Okay, so once you have done all of these settings, set all of these automatics to manual, and disabled all of the services that I've showed you, you can go ahead and X out of this and restart your computer. Okay, so now that I've restarted my computer, I'm going to go ahead and head into the task manager just to check how low I got my processes. And as you can see, guys, I'm on 78 processes. So today I went from 200 processes to 78, and now I'm gonna go ahead and check the performance in game. Okay guys, so I just hopped back into this 1v1 map. As you can see, it's the same map from before, and I'm gonna look into the sky. I was standing about like right here. I'm gonna look straight into the sky, and as you can see, I'm getting up to 500 FPS now. And before, I have never hit 500 FPS before the tweaks, and I'm getting up to 500 FPS now. So as you can see, my FPS has been increased by like 50 to 100 FPS. Also guys, I'm getting around 300 to 400 FPS right now while rebooting. So, as you can see, the FPS has boosted by 50 and the ping has lowered. But guys, not only is the ping and the FPS better, also, I know you can't see this, but I can feel the difference in the delay compared to before I tweaked my PC to after. So if you did end up enjoying this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And peace out. Thank you for watching.